Hello, everyone. I'm Bob Keyser. This is the Son of Man Urantia Project. Good morning from the Ecuadorian Andes. A bit chilly down here today. This episode is part 2 of chapter 23 at Gilboa and in the Decapolis. More about prayer. Jesus' comments about prayer and worship led the apostles to keep asking him questions for days afterwards. The following information on prayer and worship is one of the areas in the story of the life and teachings of Jesus where the celestial authors state that they are summarizing Jesus' words for us in more or less modern language. First, any prayer, regardless of how much or not it's based in actual spiritual reality, will expand that soul's ability to receive spiritual impulses if that prayer is offered with faith. Second, when praying, remember that sonship with God is a gift that has been freely given to you. In other words, you don't have to do anything to earn the right to be a son or daughter of God. Just like it was your parents' will that brought you into being on earth, it's God's will that brought you the grace of the new life in the Spirit. Because of this, you must accept your gift of the Spirit from God, your Father, with faith. Just like a child naturally has faith in the gift of life from its earth parents. From there on, you earn righteousness by continuing to develop your character. Third, Jesus used prayer to enhance his spiritual union, or his ability to communicate with the Paradis deities. In a similar fashion, prayer leads man into true worship, or spiritual union, or spiritual communication, if you would, with God the Father. The level of a soul's spiritual receptivity is what determines how much of the heavenly response a person can recognize and in turn use in their lives. Fourth, prayer and worship are ways of detaching oneself from the monotony of earth life and tools for progressive intellectual attainment and religious self-actualization. Fifth, prayer cures the problem of too much self-critique. To pray like Jesus taught soothes the soul, and Jesus reaped the benefits that come from praying for others. He almost never prayed for himself. Sixth, prayer is the breath of the spirit life in the midst of the temporal life on earth. Worship is the salvation for pleasure-seeking generations of mortals. Seventh, if praying is said to be like recharging the spiritual batteries of the soul, then worship is like tuning our minds into the spiritual broadcasts from our Father that are being sent throughout the universe. Eighth, prayer is the earth child looking for its spiritual father and facilitates the process of exchanging the human will for the divine will. Prayer turns what is into what should be. One of the reasons why Peter, James, and John, the three who were usually with Jesus during his night-long talks with his Father, never heard Jesus pray was because Jesus almost never prayed aloud. He prayed silently in the Spirit.